What up, Gringo Gang? It's your boy Emerald Amigo. Hey man, I got to keep the videos coming, man. I have to stay on the road, dog. So today's video is going to be about this young 11-year-old hip hop artist. Um, he was spotted recently in the club with Lil Baby and Drake. You know, they co-signed him, and he spread money and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Drake and Lil Baby, they taking videos and pictures with him like he next up and all that stuff like that. But the issue came around was, you know, he wasn't drinking nothing, getting twerked on and nothing like that. He was just kicking it, you know, in the videos. What we see in the videos, he was just kicking it with Lil Baby and Drake, but this was in an adult club, in an adult nightclub, and he like 11, so that's where all of the drama came about. And Wiz Khalifa just started a new podcast with some friends of his, and they discussed this little boy being up in the club, this little rapper being in the club, and I thought it was interesting, you know, and I wanted to show y'all what Wiz Khalifa had to say about it. You know what I mean? So y'all can see how Wiz's mind works, and maybe he may say something to inspire you. And yeah, man, definitely want to give y'all my opinion on what I think when it comes to these type of issues. So for y'all that don't know and haven't seen this, I'll give you a little preview of what they talking about. That little homie, he getting money, he big flexing, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let's see what they got to say about this. But yeah, that was little homie, and just one example of him being in the nightclub with the grown folks turning up. You know what I'm saying? You never know what happened in the club. You don't know if he could have took a shot, if he could have got twerked on, if some grown ass woman, you know, could have been like, ooh boy, you know what I'm saying? I can show you some shit. We don't know what could have happened, but based on that clip, it looked all friendly and cool. But his little ass didn't have no business being there. But let's get some more background. Let's see what Wiz and them got to say, and see if they give us some background on this story, man.
I had his 11-year-old in the club. Was that him?
They had the 11-year-old in the club? I didn't see that video. I don't know if that was him.
I don't want to spread false rumors.
But it was
Somebody had their 11-year-old in the club.
The little dark-skinned kid.
Yeah, he was like flashing money.
That was finesse 2 times, like the little kid. So the story behind that, real quick, is the little kid was like really like in the street, young as hell, and he signed him as like an artist and brought him in, took care of him, and like gave him like, you know what I mean, like trying to better his life than what he was actually doing and
He adopted him.
All right, so there we have it. Those are the facts. Finesse 2 times is a Memphis artist. Shout out Memphis once again. We out here, got shit going on. You know, I hail from Memphis. Finesse 2 times is a Memphis artist. He signed a youngin' who's 11 years old, who you saw in the club in that little clip. And basically, this is Wiz Khalifa's homie Chevy Woods, I believe. And basically what Chevy's saying is, yeah, Finesse just put the little boy into the rap game to take him out the streets. So that's admirable. That's an awesome thing. Still don't know how he got in the club though, but let's keep going.
You know what I mean, type shit. So this is like kind of like some of the stuff I don't agree with that he be having them exposed to, and some of the stuff, but that part of it of like looking out for him future-wise, the shit he was doing, you know,
that part
bringing him in, like that's the part that I kind of fuck with, but that's the kid right there. It's crazy.
It was kind of like how Mary Morrison, when she was growing up, like, because she was like a child actor, like, they would have her in the club. She would be like in Studio 54 and all that, and she ended up going to rehab when she was like 13.
Yeah.
She was she was smoking cigarettes at 9. Like, she was in the club, she was drinking and stuff.
Yeah, this happens with a lot of child stars, whether you guys are on game or not, whether you peep it or not. A lot of child celebrities, no matter what industry they're in, music, acting, whatever, a lot of them are exposed, you know, by these sicko adults. They're exposed to a lot of adult activity, being in some of the environments that some of their co-stars or co-workers are in and things like that. Like, and it's been exposed year after year over the last couple of decades of people who were child stars just talking about the trauma that they had to go through and all the things they saw that messed their heads up, had them wilding out when they got older. Shoot, who knows what the dude from the That's So Raven show, Raven Simone, homie, who all wild on the internet now. Who knows? He was a child star, Disney. Who knows what he been through, why he's so crazy? I think Orlando Brown is his name, whatever. Who knows why he's so crazy? It could be something along these lines. So yeah, man, that it do be wild in the Hollywood game.
With adults. So like it's like I don't know. It could go one way or another.
Nah, it only goes that way.
Yeah, I don't think it usually fucks them up. So
I mean, you can't expose kids to
to that.
you know? I mean, in our culture, it's been accepted. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're hood, if your dad's hood, then you turn out hood. Or if your dad's having a
break
party,
the cycle.
you come through and, you know what I'm saying? You see, and I've even, you know what I'm saying, been, you know what I mean, had it before around my son, but I had to realize, like, this isn't just what we do. Like, we're doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we have the choice whether we want to correct it or change it, or, you know, at what level you want them to see it at.
Yeah,
let kids be kids.
Yeah, you gotta make kids be kids.
Yeah,
because they can't live your life, yo.
Absolutely, man. Kids don't know that they'll never get to be a child again. You know, I can't tell you how much I would pay to be fucking 14, 15 again right now, bro. Just chill, knowing what I know. I ain't gotta pay no bills, ain't gotta feed myself, I ain't gotta worry about nothing, bro. Just wake up and just do me. Man, I would love to go back to those days, but yeah, kids don't know that, man. We gotta keep them curious and the imagination strong, because we're depending on them to carry humankind forward, to be able to make the discoveries in the future about things that we don't know, but that humankind is going to need to survive in the future. We got to keep their imagination strong and let them, you know, stay healthy, stay mentally healthy, so that they can actually be as great as they're supposed to be one day. So yeah, we got to be careful about things that we let kids see, and it's going to be a lot of stuff out there, which we all know, but if you're responsible for a certain child, it's up to you to make sure you put in the effort to control what this kid has access to. We can't protect every kid out there. There's a lot of crazy stories. It's going to be some messed up kids. Some kids going to go through some things. Some kids going to be exposed to some things they're not supposed to. But the kids that you have access to, that you can help out, it becomes your responsibility to make sure that they steer on the right road and see the right things. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if they're living your life as an adult, as a kid, then it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's where we gotta, like, step in and just really draw that line. And it takes time to, like, figure out what is appropriate and what isn't. That's why, Moody, you saying, like, they gotta figure that shit out. You know? Like, they gotta make mistakes. They gonna have them around some fucked up shit and then realize, like, yo, we shouldn't have done that. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep.
We all just figuring it out every day.
Figuring it out.
Yeah, that's facts.
But that shit do.
Everybody's figuring it out. You know, most of the time it's kids having kids and raising kids, so you can't expect them to be the perfect parents and perfectly, you know, guard their children from this and that, blah blah blah. But it's still the parents' responsibility, especially when you know you're the parent, you know you're responsible. It's definitely your responsibility. You got to make sure that you block and stop whatever you possibly can from getting through to them kids. You did
Crazy, and exposing kids to stuff too early is
detrimental.
Thing.
Shit is tricky, man. Yeah.
Don't try.
And with our culture, it's like, it's so normalized because of the music that we listen to, the videos and all of that. But
Twitter is so accessible. Even on TikTok, kids on YouTube, kids are they could see stuff. They were saying even on like
Yeah, like it's only normalized because it's content that makes the young kid parents wanna wild out. It's music that makes the 20 to 25-year-old mama wanna wild out. And then since she wilding out, she want the kid to be more of like a homegirl or a homeboy to her than a child. So she end up exposing the kid to bad stuff and not raising the kid like she dominant, but raising the kid like they some type of equals or something, because she want to feel young 24/7 and she listening to all the music. So it's not necessarily just media fault. The media still has to get to the kid, but if the kid don't have that bubble around the kid, don't have them good parents, the strict parents to say, no, you can't do that, you can't watch this, you can't listen to this. If the kid ain't got that and the kid is just on the block by itself, thugging, like the little homie who was in the club, then anybody can come straight up to the kid and expose them to whatever. You supposed to be like the barrier, like, hey, don't do that in front of my kid or blah, blah, blah. But if they ain't got that, yeah, the kids gonna be wild and they gonna be spreading, showing money in the club. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube kids, like the ads, because
Yeah.
run ads on them.
They be
The
slipping
ads
them
be
in there.
like
Grown-up ads.
grown-up ads, and then they're watching it, so it's like they pick up on a lot of stuff. It's hard to regulate.
No, it's
Kids are
scary.
smart.
Yeah, that's why it's so important, like how you look out for your kids too. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, oh, they in the house with me, they safe, they good, just hand them an iPad or whatever, because like they said, even if all the kids looking at is kid stuff, you got adult ads coming across. So you still got the devil trying to break down what you got going on and seep some foolishness up in the kids' head. So man, there's a lot we gotta look out for, man, and we just gotta make sure we just doing the best we can, man, to protect the children, because it's all about the children. The children are the future. It's about them. You hear me? We gotta protect the children. So man, I thought it was just interesting, man, to see what Wiz had to say about that, and you know, see if we'll see Wiz co-signing some little youngin' in the club one day. But by the looks of it, maybe not. Probably not. He probably knows a little better, especially having his son and saying that bringing his son around that stuff wasn't the best move. He probably wouldn't be the type of rapper you'll see in the future, you know, turning up with a little kid in an adult club. Probably won't be Wiz that you'll see, but hey, we all know what it's really about. End of the day, Drake, Lil Baby, they see something in that youngin'. Whatever they see in him, they want to be on board first. They want to be one of the first artists that he look to. If he get hot, if he blow up, they want to, you know what I'm saying, be linked up with him for the long term. If he get hot, he could possibly have like a 30-year career starting off young like that. And if you're an older artist or whatever, you being tied in with the new school, shit, you always can be relevant. You can always drop a hit. You got ties with them. You always can stay up with the culture and know what's going on because you cool with the new school. So, you know, that's all just a business move and whatnot. But little 11-year-old kids and shit, keep y'all little badass out the club. It's your boy Emerald Amigo with another video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's keep going up. We're going to keep turning up. And I'm out this thing. Yes, sir, ski. Let's go. Gringo Gang is up. Yeah, dude.